What's up, guys? We are live. This is the very first podcast ever. I'm out here with my boy Josh. Nice to see you again, Josh. This is my homeboy from high school, and we out here. Congratulations for being the first guest on the podcast. Got my merch up here in the background. I got Take Chances. I got Go Be Famous. If y'all want a t-shirt, just holler at your boy. You know, hit the DMs, just Facebook, Instagram. You know, just email me if you got my email. Call me up if you got my number. But just get you a shirt. They $25. We got all kinds of stuff. But anyways, let's get into this. Alright. So this is the very first podcast that we're doing live. And I've got a list of topics that we're about to cover here. So it's about to get real. Stay tuned. We have the Canadian fires. We have the Bud Light Company failure. And then transgenders and the whole transition, new pronoun stuff that they're forcing on these kids these days in these poor school systems. And then we got my favorite topic, the good old gun control debates. And then I got U.S. borders on there, but I really don't want to talk about U.S. borders today, but because all that's junk and garbage anyways. But anyways, so let's get right into it. But nonetheless, yes sir. So the Canadian fires a few days ago. I didn't even know, for one, that there was Canadian fires or wildfires up in Canada going on. Did you?
I have no idea.
I didn't either. But so riding around in our hometown, I don't want to mention really the town. I mean, people know that I'm from Georgia, but I don't really want to mention the town that I'm from. But if you know, consider yourself lucky. But we was riding around in our hometown a few days ago. And I noticed, I was like, man, it looks foggy and smoky and everything, and I just didn't think anything of it. I thought somebody was just burning brush like a typical day in this old world and down here from where we're from, in this small town, and us being country boys in our upraising. So I was like, didn't pay much attention to it, and then I seen something on Facebook. Somebody had posted out there and said, why is it so smoky today? And somebody commented on there and said, it's from the Canada wildfires, and I was like, what? I was like, there is no way that smoke from Canada is making it all the way down here to where we are in the state of GA. Woo! So, but apparently it was. So I checked into that and looked it up, and sure enough, it said it was from the Canadian wildfires, and they were kind of getting the control on them and all that, but there was still some that was just burning like just wildfire raging, and they ain't got no control over them and all that. But I think there's still some going right now. Oh yeah, the 4th of July coming up. We'll cover a little bit on that. You know, everybody be safe and have fun. Keep all of these. Don't do nothing stupid. Keep all your fingers and stuff.
Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, don't drink and drive. Do not drink and drive. But so be safe with the fireworks and just have a good time and celebrate and be responsible. I want to kick off on the very first podcast. My boy Josh, he's known me almost my whole life here, but he probably don't know a lot about this. But you know, I just want to be up front with y'all. I'm super libertarian in my views, so look up libertarianism and you'll kind of learn how to click and follow with me. But so it's pretty much just, you know, the right that everybody has the right to do whatever they want. I believe everybody's entitled to do whatever they want to do as long as they're not hurting anybody, and I don't really try to judge or infringe on anybody's rights. So, you know, just keep it responsible, keep it safe on the 4th of July, and y'all do you. I don't care what you do. I'm going to do me, so I don't care. I'm going to live a good life either way. So, you know, I ain't worried. I ain't stressing about what you do. You do you. But, alright, so on the Canadian wildfire topic, before we move on to the next topic, I ain't really got a lot on that. I just wanted to inform y'all, if y'all are in the south and seeing smoke everywhere, it's probably from those fires. But I did notice a few days ago, New York, I looked up New York, and like I said, the whole city was just like covered in like a dark gray haze and smoke. Like you couldn't even hardly see the skyline anywhere. So I got to thinking, you know, being kind of like a conspiracy theorist that I am or whatever, just sitting around thinking sometimes on things that could happen. I was like, I almost wrote it down. I really would have messed up if I didn't write it down or like take a picture of it or something. Nobody would have believed me, but I told my wife about it. But I'd be like, this would be a bad or like a good time for the terrorists, a bad time for the U.S. But if a terrorist attack happened again in New York, because like, you know, you'd never even see the planes coming in as hazy and as smoky as everything was and all that. That would have been a perfect prime time, you know, for it. I'm just thank the Lord, you know, thank God that nothing did happen that day, but it would have been a good time for them to strike in a very vulnerable time for us in that day. But oh yeah, but that's really all I got on the Canadian wildfires. You got anything on it?
Well, no, I'm good.
I bet. Well, very last but not least, let's just keep it rolling. We got
Speaking about that topic, you see about the 5 guys went to see the Titanic?
oh yeah. Let's add that one in here real quick. The submarine guys. Oh my gosh, y'all. Now look. I'll add that one later. I'll just make a little note here. Submarine. Submarine. All right. I've got a little bit to say about that. First of all, it's a horrific tragedy nonetheless. And I know there's been a lot of people out there getting offended, like man, y'all should be ashamed, you know, even talking about people like that. And me being a Christian and everything, I get that. Like, you know, I understand that completely. Like, we shouldn't talk about anybody, and especially tragic, you know, events like that. But you know, I mean, like I say, it is a sad, tragic event nonetheless. But just want to put that out there first as the most important thing. But, however, me still being a young sinner like I am, just being straight up, it had guys. They filmed the guys that were going on that the trip or whatever. You know, they had a video of them, you know, reading over the waiver and all that stuff and everything. And it said inside that waiver that they read over, it was talking about how that it said it hadn't been tested much, you know, maybe on some few short dives and things, or it may have been down there one time or something and made it back with no passengers on board. But it showed them signing through that whole waiver, and they were reading it off to them, and it said, you know, may possible injury or failure or death may occur.
I saw 5 times the guy saw it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, it may have been even like different pages or different things. Like, yeah, there was multiple times and occasions and places and things like that to sign. So that's the way I feel about it. Like, they knew, you know, they read over and they knew the consequences, so, you know, they were willing to risk it and stuff. So ultimately, you know, that choice was theirs at the end of the day. So, and I mean, I know people, you know, good things happen to bad people make bad choices, but I'm just still like, I mean, I just can't wrap my head around that. Like, having that much money, like, you just gotta be crazy. Like, if you're a businessman and you're making that much money, I mean, like, just why blow it that way? Seriously, like, just why spend that much on something that you know that little about, and just, you know, unless you really, you know, dove into it, literally, that's the pun of it, dove into it in the submarine, but unless you dove into it, like, done your own research and learned more about it and stuff, I just don't really see spending that much money on an expedition on a trip that big or whatever.
How much was it?
Each ticket was supposedly $250,000. There was 5 people. That submarine company made bank off of people. But I mean, I was gonna say they might be getting sued and all that.
No, the guy that owned it was the driver.
Oh, okay. He was on it too. That's right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I definitely need to go back and do my own research on it. But yeah. Okay. Well, see, I was thinking that it was just those guys. I didn't think they put him on it too. But if he was on it too, then dang.
Another thing, it's like a gaming controller when
yeah,
drive it.
Yeah, you seen that?
All that money they got, they did that.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, all the money. That's what they were talking about, is how cheaply made that capsule was and the submarine was made. I mean, like, you just can't. I mean, there's just no way. Like, you can't wrap your head around that. Like, any sane, normal person would be like, why am I going to put myself in something that looks like it was made at Home Depot and controlled by a game controller? Like, I don't know. I mean, but anyway. I just feel like that's the most majority of the people, like how they feel. Like, I don't think they'd go on something like that. No matter how
some
much.
people say it's all fake.
Yeah. And honestly, yeah, look at us. We'd be the biggest idiots here, like, just stressing over all this or giving our opinions on it when that's some kind of government created something fake, you know. But it's just like it could have been just set up as a distraction to get us distracted for something else. But yeah. Yeah, it's just, you just never know. It could be, hey, that's a conspiracy theory for you. Was it a government plot? I mean, I don't know. But
we'll never find out.
Yeah, I guess we'll never know. Just like they say, who lives on a pineapple under the sea? No one knows because of BP. The oil spill. But yeah, I mean, like I say, that's really all I got on that topic. Nonetheless, I mean, it's a tragedy and all that, and I hate it for them, but still, I mean, they knew what they were going into before they went into it. I mean, they knew it was just like a move. Like, in my opinion, I feel like they just had that much money and was like, look how we can blow it, you know. And they just wanted something extravagant to put them on to go do it.
The chances coming back are probably very slim.
Yeah. Yep. So you know, it would have been cool and everything. It would have been a good experience for sure. And I bet they did have a good experience. You know, while they were going down there, but. I don't even know, bro. I don't even know how to say anything on that. But I mean, you know, just God bless them. God bless them.
Very sad.
God bless the families for sure. Nonetheless. Next topic. All right. Woo, this is gonna be my good one right here that I can't wait to get into. And we'll probably have to cut after this one. We're gonna try to do a couple 15-minute videos, get a couple 15-minute podcasts out there for y'all. It's nothing too. Man, I told you put that shit on airplane mode, bro. Like I did mine. I'm just kidding, man. You're good. You can get on there. We at work, man. No, we ain't working, man. We just chilling. This is the good life, the good life vibes. But this is my favorite one. I'm gonna try to put out y'all a couple 15-minute videos to help get my channel's watch hours up. Give y'all some long videos and long content to watch. But we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk on the Bud Light Company failure. Bam, bam, bam. That is gonna be a big one, a good one, a good juicy one for y'all. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start with you, bro, on this one because I got so much shit to say, dude. It's gonna be good. Let's see. So, how do you feel about what? I'll just kind of form it for you. How do you feel about what Bud Light did as a company move? Supposedly of what they did. I listened to a CEO talk about it the other day. The CEO of the company, Anheuser-Busch or whatever. They said they received it and they were doing it as like a gift. And they said that they put Dylan Mulvaney's face on one can. That's what literally, I watched a YouTube video. I mean, it could have been fake, I don't know, but I watched a YouTube video of the CEO talking on like a news channel, and he said it was like a gift, and then they only done it on like one can, and so they were talking about, you know, we'd send our customers out like a whole 12 pack if we was gonna do it as a gift. We wouldn't just send them one can. So like, you know, I think it definitely, obviously, I don't know, because I stopped drinking about over a year ago, so I ain't been in the stores looking for the beer, and I ain't really talked to anybody. I don't talk to queers that drink Bud Light anyway, so I ain't been talking to other people that drink Bud Light now, but anyways, I ain't been talking to anybody that
so they lost what, like $1 billion?
Yeah, something like that. It hurt the company big time, and like I say, they just more or less said they put it on a few cans, or maybe one can or something, or a case of cans. But I know they put it on more than that and shipped it out. And like if it's that person's face on there, he, she, whatever, and that kind of will show you how we feel on the next few topics coming up. But
I believe they found a woman had the idea too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was right. Yeah, that person had that idea, but sorry, I'm overstepping your boundary. I told you I was going to let you fill in some on it, and then I done took over the conversation again. but I was going to let you kind of think of it on that. What you think?
It was a bad business move to begin with.
Yeah.
But some people likes, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But people in the South did not like that one bit.
Yes, amen. Is that all you got for now? Hey, if you think of something later after I jump in for a little bit, you can talk about
this topic.
Alright. Yeah, he pretty much covered it there. Like, number one, like I'm an entrepreneur, I like business stuff and looking into businesses, starting companies, running companies, stuff like that. So he covered it. That was definitely number one, a bad business move for him all the way around, because I feel it was just a failure in knowing your clientele. I feel like it was a failure on knowing your company, knowing, you know, who you stand for, what you like, and all that stuff and everything. And so, like I say, it's like he said, it don't really discriminate. I mean, as far as South versus North, North versus South, it ain't nothing like that necessarily. But it's just, but it is. I mean, like I say, the majority of it, that's the truth of it. It is what it is. Like 95% or about at least 70% of the people in the South drink Bud Light. And we all just some country hillbilly rednecks, and we like our Bud Light or used to, and then they go and do that. And that upset a lot of folks. It did. Just being real with you, it did. So, I mean, that was just a bad move. And they even asked the CEO on that video, they said, would you go back? You know, that's been the number one question asked to him. Would you go back and do something different, or would you still do it? Or, you know, because did you see that, bro? Did you see that second commercial come out that they did to try to cover it up? Did you? You need to. Oh my gosh, dude, pull it up right now on this podcast. Go to YouTube and search up the new Bud Light commercial. They went back right after all this happened. They went back and tried to make a new commercial on it. Type in the new Budweiser commercial, and dude, you gotta check this out. They tried to go back on everything that they said. It was like, and tried to correct everything. It was like, nah, we're a Southern company. We're for hard-working men, you know, and everything. And just go look at the new, let's say, Bud Light commercial. There you go, right there. Just click on it. All right. Turn it up. All the way up. Watch it right there.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a short
Got a
contract,
client's devil like right into the video.
brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and
It's
hope,
got a guy raising the flag with it says "Land of the Free" on the side.
raised by generations.
Got some country boys on the front porch drinking their buds.
So that's about horse.
Yeah, because like, you know, the founder of the company, the Budweiser, took after that horse was about freedom. It was about the Clydesdale horse and stuff and everything.
Story of the American spirit.
It went from grab some buds to grab some trans. You like that? Look at that. Look, grab some trans. Hey, check that out. So
Do you sell those?
no, but oh man, hey, I can get you a hookup. If you guys want one of these, hey, same thing. Hit me up for the t-shirts too. Yeah, I can get you koozies made like this for sure. It says grab some buds, like back in the day when Budweiser was a good company and made good American drinking beer, and then they went and done that, and so now I put it marked through and I said grab some trans. So dude, that's awesome, ain't it? But anyways, so then they come back out with that, bro. They come back out with that, dude. They literally backstepped on like everything they had done and said, and then they put that out there, and I just think it's like hysterical. Like, dude, I'm telling you, man, like they did it. They blew it, man. They blew it. It is going to take a miracle to recover like what they got, because I mean, honestly, like. It's just they didn't know their clientele. Like just like with this channel, like I don't discriminate. I'm libertarian as hell. Like I don't care who, you know, I want everybody to like me, you know, but I know everybody's not gonna like me. That's the thing. And so, you know, I mean, it's just like I wanna, you know, I try to be fair with everybody. I try to see everybody's view and perspective of things. But I mean, like I say, it's just one of them things. Like you only attract what's attracted to you. I mean, you only attract the certain type of things that you know are similar to you and the similar interests and things like that. So I mean, like I say, just overall, just bad business moves. They just didn't know their clientele and all that. That's all it boils down to. But I mean, I don't even really want to get into the whole representing the trans stuff like that. But in my opinion, I mean, that was just a bad move. I mean, they shouldn't have done that for sure. Like. I mean, let that Dylan Mulvaney or whatever be whoever they want to be. I mean, whatever. But I'm not for that at all. I don't stand behind that at all. I think that is wrong, and I think that is a mental illness. But we will get into that in another topic. It may not necessarily be a mental illness. I think it just boils down to being somebody's choice. Like, you know, it's just your choice to do it, and that's fine. just don't put that choice on me. Don't force it on my child when I put them into school and stuff. Don't force it on them that young when they have no conscientious, mind to decide if that's the right thing to do or not, or something that they're interested in. But yeah, so we honestly kind of just jumped right into this next topic here on the transgender and pronouns and all that. But yeah, we're gonna. It's right at about 20 minutes in, so we're going to just cut for this segment and all that. But that kind of covers it and everything as far as Budweiser and all that. But I don't know, it's just going to take a miracle for them to recover. But, I mean, they might have it in them, but it don't pertain to me in any way because I don't drink. So, but it's to each its own. Got anything else on that one?
I got something to say.
All right, what you got? Throw it out there. Let's hear it.
Have you noticed nowadays people believe anything they say?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I sure have. I see where you're going with this one for sure. Yeah. Amen. That's a perfect time for it right at the end for sure. This segment.
Nowadays people don't ask you man to man what if it's true or not. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They just assume nowadays.
Yes. Amen. Everybody assumes, and you know what assuming does, don't you? It makes an ass out of you and me. And so when you assume something about somebody's life, oh dude, bro, I can so go into this topic with you. The same stuff happened to me just a few months ago. It was like at the end of last year and all that, like around Christmas time and all that. I had some struggles with that myself and everything. But dude, I'm telling you, nobody respects us as men anymore. Like damn, like for real, just pull out the phone and give me a call or text. And if you don't have my number, like, somebody that's friends with me. Somebody that can get a hold of me. It's called 2023. Everybody's got Facebook and social. You can hit me up on Messenger and ask for my number and say, hey, call me, or I'll call you, just whatever. Say call me or send me your number. That's as simply all you have to do if you ain't got mine. And it's that easy. It's one message, and that's it. And then you can get somebody's number, and you can call them up and say, hey, I need to talk to you face to face in person about this. Meet me at X amount, meet me at X place, X, wherever. But yes, people are so quick to just like judge and assume and talk about other people and stuff, and they don't have any clue about their real life and their real intentions and stuff. And so, people have the most purest hearts, purest souls, purest intentions, and then it gets twisted. Like one person hears the wrong thing. You remember, you was there, bro. This homeboy right here was with me, dude. We go way back, man. I'm telling you, like we go way back like the 8-track, the 8-tracks before my days. But we go way back to the old CD players for sure. We remember that, and old MP3 players and all that stuff, and the iPods and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Before Facebook come out, I'm talking about when SpongeBob was like 2 years old, and stuff like that. And so anyway, more or less, we go way back. And so like, it's just one of them things to where he remembers. There's been a lot of times like that back in the day to where people just go off of what they hear and people twist stuff around.
Well, nowadays nobody wants to walk up to you and ask you what happened.
Yes.
Just assume and let it be.
Exactly. Yeah. Nobody. Yeah. You ever heard that saying? Like, if you want to know the truth, go straight to the source. And there's two sides to every story, just like a coin. And I don't need your 2 cents. Hey, that's it. Amen. That's all I gotta say. There's two sides to every. There's two sides to a coin. There's two sides to every story, and I don't need your 2 cents because I'm gonna live just fine either way. So, but yeah, that's what it is, and that's the truth of it for real. People, I don't know if it's just ignorance. I don't know if it's just fear. People let fear run their lives and stuff and control them, and fear will hold you back in so many ways. Like, you can't be scared. You can't be scared to fail in life and in businesses, doing anything. You got to take that next step. You got to take charge and show confidence and show dominance, and it's tough out here on us men anyways. Like, young men, we don't stand a chance in today's world if we don't stand up and believe in something and stand for something and stand our ground. And so, but yeah, so on that topic though, like I say, people are just so quick to judge, and they won't call you up and say, hey, are you doing okay? Or is this really you? Is this what you're thinking? Is this what happened? Yeah, like what happened?
Okay?
Yes, exactly, man, for sure.
A lot of times we don't do that.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. And instead of just being like, be like, oh my gosh, did you hear what such and such did? And be like, no, I didn't.
And
then,
believe them and don't say
yeah,
anything
yeah,
back
and
to
be
them.
like, well, dang, that's just crazy that they would do something like that. Dang, I believe them. Well, you know what? Just because you don't like them, I don't think I'm going to talk to them now. See, I got a friend like that. I got a friend that me and him used to be riding back in the day. We'd be riding down the road, and I ain't even kidding you, man. Like, this dude would wave at me, and I'd just throw up my hand way back out the window. You know, that's where the difference between like a hardcore Republican and like me being a libertarian, that's where we kind of differ, because he was just over here like, I was riding in his vehicle, so I get it, like he could have put me out at any time. I should have just been like, pull the car over, I'll just walk home, but I didn't. But there was a guy walking down the road, and I waved at him. And then, because he waved at me first, so I waved back at him, and he said, no, we don't wave at that guy. He said, we don't know him, we don't like him, or I don't like him, or don't wave at him, or something like that. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, bro, like, okay, that's fine if you don't want to wave at him. I was like, I don't even know him, but he waved at me, and he ain't done nothing to me yet, so he seems cool. So, you know, so that, it just all boils down to, as long as I don't like thieves, I don't like thieves. So if you're stealing anything, you know, I really don't like you, don't want to be around you, you know, until you straighten up, until you learn that stealing is not the way.
Drugs.
And yeah, and hardcore drugs and all that stuff, I will not tolerate that and everything. And so you know, it's just like, you know, things like that. But in the same sense, I mean, it's just I kind of lost where I was going with that there, as far as like, I just don't like that. But as long as you ain't doing that, as long as you ain't doing any of that I don't really condone or don't like to be around, then I'm alright with you. I don't care. Whatever personal problems you have with somebody else is none of my business. Listen to that again. Let me tell you that again. Whatever you have going on with somebody else is none of my business. So I don't want to jump into that and try to judge and judge that person for that, or see what he's thinking of. I'm gonna be like, look, as long as you ain't crossed me wrong and you ain't done nothing to me or whatever, you know, I'm good. I'm gonna stay out of it. You know, you handle your business with that person, and that's none of mine. I don't even want to know about it. I don't want to try to judge and make conclusions. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a sinner. I do mess up on the daily. I do that. I have failed to do that.
Everybody does.
Everybody does.
Everybody
I mean,
makes mistakes.
exactly. Like my own wife, my family, you know, my friends, my brothers, my homeboys, the people I work with. Of course, like we're all sinners. Like everybody makes mistakes, and yeah, you're going kind of spread somebody else's business sometime, like unintentionally. But you know good and well in your conscientious mind when you're doing it, and, like intentionally and unintentionally. So yeah, you know when you're doing it unintentionally and for the right reasons and for the wrong reasons. So if you stir in trouble, just cut it out. That's where you gotta handle it. You gotta step up and handle it. So yeah, just gotta cut it out if you're doing it for the wrong reasons. If you're just trying to start drama and stuff. But so you know, stop being a little girl. Stop being a little Dylan Mulvaney, and just put your big boy panties on and pull out that cell phone and get to dialing up that person and say, hey, I need to meet you out here at this certain place, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk it out. And all that, and so, and I'm libertarian. I ain't saying you got to go beat their face in every time you got a bad problem, but you need to talk it out. You can talk it out, because fighting don't solve nothing. I'm old enough to know that. But sometimes certain problems require fighting. Some problems require talking it out, and a bunch of 90% of problems can be handled by grown men talking it out face to face. So that's just the only way to do it. And I mean, the only way in my eyes, my opinion, but yeah, it's just, but like I say, you can't do nothing when you're on the side that you're on, and you know what you know. You can't do anything when that other person, you know, when they ain't believing it, when they don't know it, when they ain't doing their part, when they ain't doing it right. You know what I've learned in that situation? I just learned to try to breathe, take a step back, exit myself from that problem, just try to breathe and just try to let it go, and I just let go and let God. I just got where I just pray about it and I think about it, and I'm like, it'll handle itself. Take this for example. Take this right here. Hold up a cup out in front of you, and hold up something right here in front of your eye, and close one eye, close your left eye or something, and look at it through your right, and tell me which one seems hold something up right here in front of your face, and tell me which one looks bigger. So it should be the one right here in your face is the one that's going to look bigger. Well, here's what you do when something like that happens. You take that out of you take a step back. So you push it way out here, and now it becomes the smallest one. When you get it out past that and you put it out past that one where you had it, and it becomes smaller. So if you remove yourself from that problem, or if you step back and step away, all I'm trying to say here is the power of stepping away. If you step back and you step out of that problem and step away, it seems so small. Like then it like exits your life, and you stepped yourself out of it, and you're like, hey, you know, this ain't my problem no more. I've tried everything I can do. All I can do is pray about it, you know, and then it'll mop its own self up. It's an inside cleanup job, and it'll clean its own self up with time. And so that's what you just gotta have faith on and all that. It'll clean its own self up with time. But yeah, I know what you mean, man. I know that situation for sure. But what you're talking about and everything. Because like I say, because we've already talked about this situation and all that behind the scenes, but yeah, dude, I'm praying for you, man, for real. I'm praying you get the closure and answers that you need, but it does suck, man. I mean, we can't control other people, and me being a libertarian, I don't want to try to control other people. I just let people do what they're gonna do, and it sucks though. It sucks because when you're genuinely trying to be that pure intention, you know, good-hearted person, like I really want to help these people. I really want to be good friends and have a good relationship with these people.
And most people just want to use you.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And then most time you end up just getting backstabbed and used. I'm telling you, like, that's the new norm for 2023. It's tough out here on us young men, but hey, we're going to power through. We're going to get through it. You know, just one day at a time. One day at a time. But, so, I mean, that's just some real world experience. Like, I ain't got no college degree or whatever, but I've definitely got an RWE, a real world experience. I got some real world experience up in here, you know what I'm saying? So, had to think about it for a minute. I didn't want to butcher it up on camera, but had to think it through. But
anything else you want to talk about before we go?
Shoot, man, not really, bro. Not really. We'll break for a second. We'll break, and then we'll try to do one last little 15-minute one on a little bit more on the transgender pronouns, and then a little bit on the gun control, and we'll call it a day. Y'all stay tuned. We're going to break for this segment. Thanks for joining in on the very first live podcast